Good morning, it's day 3 of the Diverseathon and the Slowathon. I'm here with my boyfriend. Before I talk about where we're going, which I'm excited about, I guess I should just update you on what I got read yesterday. Yesterday I only was able to read 31 pages of Wicked. Even though I only read 31 pages, as I mentioned in my TBR video, this is a reread. And I knew that this book was mature, but some of the stuff that happened in the first couple of chapters, I'm like trying to remember my 12-year-old self expecting a book version of the kid-friendly musical and then seeing this stuff which is very not kid-friendly, and I'm assuming I must have been really shocked. But another thing, I kind of expected this to be like really difficult for me to read because I remembered it being really difficult for me to read when I read it for the first time. And I'm reading it like normally, like I'm not struggling, I'm not finding myself going over stuff again. And I don't know, it's weird because I didn't expect that, because even though I knew I'm much older and probably not gonna have a hard time reading it, I felt like I was going to have a hard time reading it. It's actually reading it and kind of overwriting my old impression that this book is a hard book to read. So yes, I'm hoping to continue reading it later, but for now, I'm with my boyfriend and he's nice enough to bring me to the Manila International Book Fair even though he doesn't like books. Thank you. Hi, I'm back, and while I was gone, I ended up buying 3 books, and none of them are books I already read. And I know I just uploaded that video about my TBR plans and how I wasn't going to add more unread books to my TBR, but I do have a bit of a defense. I'll just show you the books first. Anyway, the first 2 books I got were the second and third volumes of Black Sad. And if you don't know, Black Sad is a comic written and drawn by a couple of Spanish comic book writers and artists, at least from what I know. And generally, I think it's done really, really well. The story is gripping and the art is fantastic. And yes, I may have added some unread books to my shelf, and normally I wouldn't let myself do this, but at the very least, these are books in a series that I already know I love and already know that I trust. And also, these books, along with the next book I'm going to show you, are books that I'm not going to let myself read until my birthday, because they're books that I'm giving myself for my birthday, and usually when I do that, I leave it at the bottom of my bookshelf and don't give myself access to it until my actual birthday when I can open them. So anyway, the next thing I got was also a comic, and it's one that actually I told myself I allow myself to buy because it's a local comic, and it's called Kare Kare Comics by Andrew Gillon. But the art is just so trippy. Like, some of them are black and white like this, while other pages are like really colorful and strange like this. And overall, just gives me a similar feel to like what the Salmon Overture comics look like. You know how a lot of the art is different and it's really trippy and whimsical. It's a bit less intense than that, but it looks really cool, so I bought it. But after I bought it, in the back I saw that Matt Fraction and Jerry Alangilan, among others, said really good things about this book, which is great because I really trust Matt Fraction and Jerry Alangilan. And now I'm just gonna spend a bit more time with my boyfriend, and then I'm going to probably read some Wicked, and then I have a meeting. So we'll see what happens. I'll update you later. Bye. Good morning. It is day 4 of the readathon week. And just to update you on what I got read yesterday, I didn't read much yesterday because it was a pretty busy day, as you saw from my vlog, and also because later at that night I had this really long meeting, and so I didn't have much time to read at all. I only read right before sleeping, and I managed to read until page 60 of Wicked by Gregory Maguire. That's it. And then this morning I read a bit more and managed to read until page 70. It is the Slowathon, and because of that I'm trying to remind myself that it doesn't really matter that I'm reading it slowly, and it matters more that I'm able to take in the book properly and reflect on my experiences. And it's been really interesting so far because even though I've read just a little bit, I have so many thoughts already, mainly comparing this experience to my first experience reading it. Now we're only just starting to get into like the times of the wizard, like when the wizard came in, like how Oz became then, and it's hard for me not to look at him kind of a weird version of Hitler. Maybe it's just because last week I read Mouse by Art Spiegelman, and it's hard for me not to see the parallels because of that. But you know, just the way that he's treating the animals and the way that he's treating them as lesser than the other people, it reminds me a lot of Hitler in Mouse. That's hard to say. But I'm really enjoying it so far, even though I'm only 70 pages in, and I'm really excited to continue reading it. And we'll see how much I get done today, because again, I have class, but I don't have much class today. But at the same time, I'm gonna be busy preparing for something that you will see in my vlog soon, because I'm excited for tomorrow, but I guess you'll see that later on. But yes, hopefully I can get some more of this read today. Good evening. It is 7:20 p.m. and all I read of Wicked since I last updated you was like 4 pages in between classes, which isn't much. And I've been kind of busy the rest of the day preparing for things, and I won't have much time left to read today, even though it's not super late because I have to wake up early tomorrow, and so I'm sleeping early. But I have started reading Fun Home by Alison Bechdel because this is something I really want to get read by today, and I'm currently 2 chapters in. I'm hoping to finish it today before I sleep. So far I'm enjoying it, but it's hard to say because I'm still at the beginning, but I hope I end up loving this. Good morning. It really is morning because it's like 1 a.m. I wasn't able to finish reading Fun Home last night because things happened and I was preoccupied, and then this morning I started rushing through it. Then I realized it's a slowathon. Why am I rushing through a book? So I kind of just left it there, and I'm going to continue it when I get back because I'm leaving. I'm going on a plane. I'm going to Cebu, and it's super last minute. We're not gonna go there and do touristy things, but I'm still excited. It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be a bit more fun once I've gotten a bit more sleep because I only slept for like an hour. And I don't know what I'm gonna do about the vlog though. I don't know. Maybe I'll take videos. I don't know. I'll see. So we're here at our hotel in Cebu already, and I managed to get until page 133 of Wicked read on the airplane and in the airport, and I'm really sleep deprived. I only had 1.5 or 1 hour of sleep last night, so I'm going to sleep now. I hope that I look a lot more human now. Since I last spoke to you, I was able to sleep about 4 hours, and then we went out to the mall and we ate lunch, and I warned my dad, who's a psychiatrist, that if he hears me in this room talking to myself, that I'm not crazy and that I'm just vlogging. So he promised me he won't give me meds. And since a while ago I was able to get a lot of Wicked read, and since I wasn't really able to talk to you about that, I guess I'm not gonna talk to you in detail about my thoughts, but mainly just that I have a lot of thoughts. Let's bring out the book and let's show you how many freaking post-its I have on this thing. So I came back from dinner and I spent some time with my family. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna tell you all the details of my life, but generally it's been a really good day. Though I did do something I probably shouldn't have done. I bought a book. I saw a bookstore, I entered it, saw a couple of books, and I left the bookstore with one of them. I somehow was able to justify it to myself buying it at the time, and I'm not gonna share with you that justification because I think I probably still shouldn't have bought it, and I already bought it, so I'm just going to deal with it and enjoy it for what it was because I do want to read it and I am excited about it. I just don't think I needed to buy it. But our book is To Be or Not to Be by Ryan North, and it's a choose your own adventure book based on Shakespeare plays, and I think the title is just perfect for one thing, and it just seemed fun. And am I a massive fan of Shakespeare? Not necessarily. I haven't read much of his work. Maybe it's a good way for me to try to get more into it, but maybe I would have appreciated this more if I actually enjoyed Shakespeare's work already. Yeah, like I said, I probably shouldn't have bought it, but since I have, I might as well enjoy it. I gave myself a bit of a budget for buying stuff here while I'm at Cebu, and of course I had to spend it on a book. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna spend the rest of the day before sleeping reading some more Wicked. I'm just gonna read more Wicked now. Bye!